The spring is on the way, temps are finally starting to warm up. We're seeing some blossoms starting to come out on the trees, which is a good telltale sign that we need to get out our preventatives. So our Preemergent and also our preventative insecticides like acelepryn. So let's get into it. So if you're not sure what pre-emergents are and our preventative insecticides, basically a pre-emergent is going to prevent weeds from coming into your lawn throughout the growing season. So our weeds like paspalum, crow's foot, even our wintergrass and those nasty grassy weeds, our pre-emergents will stop them coming up and ruining your lawn into the summertime. Now, there's a few things when you're thinking about pre-emergents. Number one is you're not going to be able to apply it into bare areas because you won't be able to seed once you put pre-emergents down, and your grass isn't going to grow into the bare areas as well if you do have a pre-emergent out. So this area that we've plugged just here at Josh's house, we are going to put pre-emergent here. Because we're using a liquid, we can just spray right around that. So we won't touch these areas here where there's basically no cooch, but we will go to these areas where it's completely filled in. Now, as you can see, Josh didn't use any pre-emergent last season, so a ton of ryegrass came up, germinated and came through, and same with poa. So you need to apply Preemergent 2 times a year. So once around the end of August, and you also want to do it in February/March, so it covers you for the whole year. So obviously in the cooler months, you're going to be preventing those winter weeds like wintergrass, ryegrass, all the cool season grasses that you don't want on your lawn. And this time of year, we're looking at those nasty ones like paspalum and also crow's foot, and even summergrass too, which is crabgrass. Now with Preemergent, we're going to be using some Barricade. We've got some Barricade here. We're going to stick at the 40 ml per 100 square meters of this product to make sure that paspalum doesn't come up, because we have very bad paspalum problems here in Orange, and make sure we get that out now. So also when it comes to pre-emergence, you cannot apply prodiamine, which is what's in Barricade, on a new lawn. So don't apply it to new turf. You've got to wait till it's at least 3 to 4 months old or the root system is 30 centimeters deep. Same with doing seed. Obviously if you put it out before seed, your seed's not going to actually survive, and don't apply it to new seed either. I always say to people, wait until your lawn's just established until you use those pre-emergents. If you really need to, use something like bow and arrow to knock down some of the existing weeds in there. Otherwise, yeah, wait until your lawn is established when you're using these. Also be aware, if you're near some shady areas like we are under this tree here, your root system actually isn't going to be as deep. You might find that the real shady spots, if you start using pre-emergents around those areas will struggle even more. So if you can, maybe avoid them if you know that the root system there isn't too deep, and it generally struggles anyway. So next we're going to put out some acelepryn GR, which is our insecticide preventative. Now the reason we're using this now is because black beetle, African black beetle, which are those little curl grubs, actual beetle themselves will start putting their larvae in the ground very, very soon. So we need to get this out before they do that to prevent them. So this won't work then as a knockdown for African black beetle, so we need to get on top of this early. This will work as a knockdown for armyworm, which you do see in the summer months, but also not a preventative for armyworm. So that's always a common misconception I see in the emails over the last couple of years is, I put some acelepryn out, but I still got armyworm. Well, it only really works as a knockdown for armyworm if you leave it on the leaf for 24 hours while they're there, and then it will kill them. Otherwise, this is mostly preventative, and it also prevents Argentinian scarab and also our bill bug. But when we're looking at caterpillars, it's a curative. Now there's a granular option and a liquid option too. I personally do prefer the liquid option because I find spraying a lot easier. But the reason we're doing granular today is because we're spraying out the Barricade on this area, and we're going to be missing spots that don't need it. So when we're missing spots, obviously if we mixed in the acelepryn in the tank at the same time, we're going to miss acelepryn on those areas that we do want to get the acelepryn down. So that's why we're doing granular, and then we're doing a liquid just so we can select where we want to put the pre-emergent down, but the acelepryn's going everywhere. Now acelepryn can be used on brand new turf, so don't stress about that. New seed, it's not a problem at all. It's a little bit different to pre-emergent, so it's not going to have any impact on your lawn that's not quite established yet. So we're doing our Barricade first. Wait, tell this bloke to shut up. Over this weekend we've got a 10% sale on our 250 ml Barricade and our 4 kilo acelepryn too. So only for the next 2 days while this video is up and live, so make sure you grab yourself a discount at lawntips.net. This is a sponsorship by ourselves, but jump on there, grab yourself a deal. Anyway, back to the video. Add just a little bit of wetting agent with it too, just to help break the surface tension, and we get a nice even distribution of our Preemergent in there. And then we'll apply the acelepryn after we've got our Preemergent in. make sure you water this in afterwards, because you don't want to leave it on the grass for too long, because it can start to break down when the sunlight's hitting it. The thoughts with pre-emergence is we want to get them down into the soil so they actually sit in the soil for the next 6 months, otherwise it's just not going to work properly. Now I'm excited to show you guys how this area looks in the coming months, because at the moment it's not looking the best. As you guys can see, this will be a great before and after to show you. Now I reckon by probably about November this should be looking pretty schmick, because it's couch grass. I'm going to be working on it pretty regularly with fertilizer and stuff, so make sure you guys follow along on this journey. I'm sure a lot of you have got lawns very similar to this, overridden with wintergrass, ryegrass, other weeds too, lots of patchy spots, so I'm excited for you guys to see this over the next little bit. Well, that's it for today's vid. Hopefully you guys learned something from that. If you've never used it before and you're not sure what to do, make sure you reach out to the boys, myself, Taylor and Josh, all qualified greenkeepers that help at lawntips.net. Happy to help you guys out. All the products we talked about today are on our website too. Appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next vid. Keen to get this place looking good too.